Hello everyone, I'm Benedict and welcome back to Felix the Cat, the good, the bad and the meh. While Felix was able to sustain his momentum throughout the whole silent era, this began to slip towards the end of the 1920s after a jazz singer sang Toot Toot Tootsie and a mouse whistled Steamboat Bill. You can probably guess where this story goes from here. Pat Sullivan was encouraged to bring Felix into talkies, but Sullivan refused to do so. Instead, he continued to produce Felix shorts as silent films, only to add sound later. This could only be a recipe for disaster. The initial run of Felix shorts ended in 1930, but it's not exactly known which was the last one. Hopefully it wasn't April May's, the short I'm going to be reviewing today. This was among 12 original shorts produced in sound with new distributor Copley Pictures, alongside 15 reissues. It is also the most notable appearance of Felix's nephews, to the point where it is often mistaken as their only appearance. And so, since this is a sound cartoon, let us hear what this cartoon has to say. Now we start rather unusually with a butterfly bouncing on some flowers. This admittedly looks rather nice. However, there is one drawback. The drawback being that it drags on for too long. Okay, what does this have to do with anything? This is going to be a long 7 minutes. After that odd introduction, we come across Felix and his nephews Inky and Winky heading to the park for a picnic. So his nephews for some reason, I have no idea why. At the park, Felix gets the food out, and once everything's ready, Felix and his nephews say grace before eating, because this is America. Meanwhile, a storm comes along and snatches some of the food away. That's not the manna from heaven that I'm familiar with. It soon starts raining, so Felix and his nephews rush home. Okay, that's an interesting shot. I'll give it that. I just wish the sound wasn't so inconsistent. Felix waits it out at the house while Inky and Winky are wailing. At least they think they are. It's kind of hard to tell because the sound's so iffy. But of course, the storm clears and a bird plays the telegraph wires like a harp. Which again is a nice visual, but it would be a great one if it didn't drag. What did he say? Oh, never mind. Now that the weather's better, Felix and his nephews are off to the park again. Unfortunately, it then starts raining again. But it clears up immediately? God is not on their side, is he? Okay, further, and rain! Okay, back to normal now. Meanwhile, at the park, a rabbit plays the flute and a bear dances around and... I know I keep bringing this up, but the pacing in this cartoon is awful. Okay, I've had my moments. Back to the review. Of course, Oswald here finds his flute attracts the attention of a snake. So when Felix and company unwisely place the basket over the snake's hole and say grace again, the rabbit is able to snake charm the food away from them. So it looks like their picnic is ruined again. What? Right, that's it, Short. You have exceeded your quota for weird, random, off-plot and pointless Oh, a rabbit was using it for a disguise. Okay, I buy that. It's nearly over. So while the rabbit and the bear from earlier tuck into their ill-gotten gains, Felix and his nephews sulk their way home. However, a stork arrives, apparently bringing a picnic basket.
Hey, that's mine!
Huh? Okay, so this is a weird note to finish on, but after what we've seen, I think it's safe to say that this is the best moment in this short. And that was April May's. This one blows. I'm sorry if I'm not my usual forgiving self, but this short sucks so much that I could use it for a vacuum cleaner. Maybe the animation itself is decent at times and well drawn, but it's held back by the lackluster story, iffy sound, and the abysmal pacing. In my opinion, this short is just not worth your time. So with all that in mind, how would I improve it? Well, I would record the sounds before animating and time the action with a stopwatch to make sure nothing drags, craft a better story to make sure the visuals make more sense, and use fewer repeating frames to make sure it doesn't get tiresome. But we still have one more stop to make before the month is over. Felix's transition to colour. Please don't make this as rough as his transition to sound. Oh! This is alright. Not a masterpiece, but it's enjoyable, yeah. Well, I haven't started a review for this one yet, and it's already a step above April May, so I'm already looking forward to it. I'll see you then.
All the world seems in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me as we poison the pigeons in the park. When they see us coming, the birdies all try and hide, but they still go for peanuts when coated with cyanide.